They did not realize that you are not the type to give up. Hello, everyone. It's Bella Bashan here. This is the word that has been placed in my spirit over the last few days while I've been taking some time with the Lord. The Lord has really been showing me how God's people are really overcomers of insurmountable odds and how that really shows God's glory. And one of the ways that God showed me this is I've been watching this show on Prime, Amazon Prime, called I Shouldn't Be Alive. Have you guys seen that show? I actually really recommend it if you're into based on true story, like thriller action adventures. It's very thrilling to watch what some of these people have overcome. But as I've watched what some of these people have overcome, from anything from being trapped under a boulder to planes going down in shark infested waters to, climbers that have overcome falling heights and people falling in volcanoes. I mean, just these unbelievable stories where it's just these absolutely miraculous. It is a miracle that they're alive. And one of the things that they depict in these shows where they're depicting these people's true, unbelievable true stories is that a lot of them, they end up saying that it's all up here, that a lot of them almost lose it, and that is the way that they make it, is it's all in their mind. And so that's just like you are an overcomer with a very strong mental game. And if you feel like you don't have that, I want to prophesy that for you, that you have a strong mental game. You have the God that renews your mind day by day. And not only that, a lot of what these people say is that these survivor people who overcome these insurmountable odds, is that I've heard people who do these incredible things say that there's a place of discomfort where many of us feel that we can't surpass. And what these people realize in these overcoming these incredible obstacles is that there's always, where we think we cannot go past, we can always go way, way, way more. There's so much more ability that's within us that we don't even realize. Like, there's this place of comfort that many of us get stuck in, and these people realize that they can go so much further, from swimming across an ocean to climbing up and down these incredible heights. And that's just like you. It reminds me of David in the Bible, how he, slayed Goliath. And it reminds me of Joseph overcoming the pit. It must have been, so incredibly challenging in that pit mentally. And that's another thing that a lot of these survivors say, is that one of the ways that they overcome, and these guys are heroes too, which is another thing that God has been speaking through me, is about you being like a hero, and it's heroic what you have overcome in your life. And I'm prophesying you will overcome these insurmountable odds. You will have the discipline, and it will be heroic what you overcome. And so these guys, they say that they make a decision in their mind that they're not going to stop. They're not going to give up. They create a why. A lot of them, they start remembering their families, their husbands, their wives, their children's, and they lock it in their brain, and then they just put one foot in front of the other, and that's how they end up surviving. And a lot of it too, obviously, is prayer, and that the grace of God allows them to survive. And it just reminds me, so many of them are in these shark infested waters, or these incredible situation. Reminds me of Daniel in the lion's den, where God's hand was on their life. There's no reason why you should have made it through that situation where you were surrounded. So many of these people talk about as well, where right when they think they're getting rescued, it's a false delirium. They're so tired from being in the wilderness, and right when their hope gets up, it's let down again. And so how many of you have been through that in your wilderness season, or how many of you are going through that right now, where you just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other? You have to choose your why in your mind, and why you're staying inspired to go the distance, to overcome these insurmountable odds that God's asking of you, to bring glory to God, to bring glory on, to show that through your life. And as they put one foot in front of the other and they choose their why, they get the why in their mind, it's by doing that and then having faith that somehow God will pull them through, that it somehow miraculously happens. And just like Daniel in the lion's den, they become, nothing touches them around them. They overcome these insurmountable odds, and it's these huge miracles. And one of the things that these miracles do is it inspires many people. It inspires them deeply that God must have had a hand on their life. That's what many of them, I've heard them say almost after every episode, is they're like, it could have only been God that helped them, that's going to bring them through. And then that's how you're going to get through as well. Just one foot in front of the other, and believing that God will take you there, and you will overcome these insurmountable odds, and you will have this miracle, and you will remain untouched by the evils and dangers that surround you as you make it on this incredible journey that God is taking you on, to help many others and inspire many others. So you are overcoming insurmountable odds in Jesus' mighty name. You will have the mental fortitude, the healthy mind, and the discipline to do it. I love you guys. Give this a thumbs up if it encouraged you. Subscribe to see more videos, and I'll talk to you again later. God bless you.